you like a fly, and you'll lose like 3 weeks worth of work. And so nobody just, I mean, I've done lots of day trips to nullsec, but there's a whole protocol to doing that about how you do it, and eventually they just let you teleport out there randomly to some random point, which is how I do it now. But it used to be, like the big thing to do in Eve was to run the pipeline through lowsec, not get caught by a pipeline, go out to 1NKVT, which is where I lived for several years with my original like real life corp, with my real life inner circle and stuff. And we lived out there in 1NKTV, which is somewhere around this area, I think in Paragon Falls or something. I forget where it is. But you know, and I learned how to day trip to nullsec with my real life crew who had been playing Eve for 10 years longer than I had been doing. And they taught me how, they took me out in 4-man roams out to 1NKVT, and we used to sit out there and gang people and stuff. And I learned how to do nullsec long before I ever touched low sec or high sec, like high sec battles or anything like that, or war deck battles in high sec or anything like that. It was like long before that I'd been in nullsec. And then so when I wasn't intimidated by nullsec anymore, nullsec does not scare me. I'll go out there right now. It doesn't scare me anymore. And lowsec doesn't scare me anymore. I was like, well, you know, wormholes bother me because you have to do scanning to go out there. Scanning is the most boring thing in any game that I can think of. They haven't fixed it. They fixed it if you spend a lot of money, but I don't want to spend a lot of money to make scanning good. Eve is about making $1 out of 15 cents. I don't want to spend $1 to go scanning. I'll lose the dollar, you know? So I don't like scanning, so I stay out of wormhole space, but I do like filaments, which teleport you around to places like Poshvon, which is the other part of space. So there's 4 parts of space. There's known space, which is high sec, known space, which is low sec, null sec, which is unpoliced space, and then wormhole space, which is teleport space. And then there's Poshvon, which is a triangle of teleport spaces that's all one big triangle of linear gates that you have to go through, kind of like a linear triangle. So you can't get off the triangle. You have to go through the pipeline, which was a really cool idea. And I spent like the last 2 years in Poshvon trying to learn how to do that, just like Pirate Software and all the other people that left EVE Online that aren't actually good. And like, you know, and you know, Pirate Software's done videos about that and shit, like, you know, but they're not actually good. I can solo fucking Poshvon. That scares people. That scares the living shit out of people like Pirate Software. I guarantee it probably scares the living shit out of him. He's probably not willing to do it. I do it all the fucking time in expensive or cheap ships. I don't fucking care. The game doesn't scare me. After Rust and like, you know, sometimes 15 or 20 people wailing on my doors with C4 and rockets and shit like this, the game doesn't scare me. It doesn't put me through that kind of stress. It just doesn't. So, and that's my Mortal experience. That's fun. That's my EVE Online experience. That's fun. We'll go back to the 3D map, and you begin to realize that toggle persistent data. Yeah, I do want that, but I want the toggle 2D layout. And now we're in 3D. 3D is really cool, and you realize that it's a lot cooler than it even looks when you understand that you were looking at a flat map. But when you look at the 3D map, you understand that it's also 10 times bigger than you thought it was. I don't know how many systems there are, but it's like 29,000 or something like that, and you could spend your entire life in one of these systems. You could, like, you wouldn't want to because you wouldn't be able to sell anything. You wouldn't be able to go to auction houses. But you could sit in Stormwind all your life, and some people do. Some people sit in fucking Elwyn all of their lives. I don't really know why, but they do. I sat in Jita all my life because that's the main trade hub. That's kind of like living in Elwyn. I mean, it pretty much is, except I live in Stormwind. I stand around in Stormwind all day. I live in Jita. So, oh, no Rest for the Wicked together, huh? They brought a co-op thing, did they? That's cool. So that's fun to me. That's fun. Like revealing the fog of war on the the deepest game ever made, and this is the deepest game that's ever been made. There's so many fucking systems and stuff. It's just the deepest game that's ever been made. It's more than Ultima Online. It's more than EverQuest. It's more than WoW. It's more than Rust. It's the deepest, biggest, largest game ever made. But honestly, I don't have fog of war about this game anymore. I've been to all of the places: known, unknown, low sec, null sec, Poshvon, wormhole. Been there, done that. I've done everything there is to do in this game almost. The only thing I haven't touched is Yeah, I think there's only like one thing left that well, there's two things. I haven't done like large corp management, like large clan stuff, and I don't want, well, I've flown in 500-man corps with 2 pilots like holding large, high stress DPS roles. And I hold high stress DPS roles. When they told me to be on a target, I had to be on that target or that target doesn't die and they kick you from the fucking raid. And I was in high, like, you know, world class, like fucking like PvP battles in EVE, and I kind of miss it. But it's also sort of like having a second job, which I can't do. I've already got a second job. It's called being a streamer. You know, I'm first and foremost a family man who takes care of an elderly person. Like today, I spent an hour and a half in a storage locker, just doing storage locker stuff for my parents. You know, for my mother. And so, like, you know, this, like, revealing the fog of war on a massive game like this, or Starfield. Starfield has no fog of war for me either. I've been to every major city. I've been to most of the major planets and stuff. I've done all of the storylines and stuff. Starfield has no fog of war for me either. And when you understand that there's not many games left with any fog of war at all, these other games like Mortal start to look a lot better. You know, like stuff like Enshrouded and Nightingale, they start to look way, way better. Nightingale's really good because Nightingale is the wormhole system in EVE Online, which is you can take a portal to anywhere. And some of them even connect, I believe. Like, you can come back to other places you've been before by accident, because some of them can, well, no, you can't connect, but you can make connections. You can connect all of them, I think, actually. One of the ways you can play Nightingale is you can, I think there's always 2 portals on every map, so you can always keep a linear path to the next map, and you can literally, if you wanted to waste a lot of time like soaring across a ton of maps, you know, just like EVE Online, you could just keep on connecting a linear fucking path through I swear to God, you could do this for billions. You and a crew of like 20 people could just keep deep diving Nightingale over and over, further and further, just like EVE Online, where like that's what wormhole pilots do in EVE Online, and we respect them the most out of the entire community because they have the biggest mystery to solve with the most information that needs to be shared, and none of it's charted, so you have to actually share the information or nobody knows the information. And there is wormhole websites that are very, very comprehensive and shit, because EVE is not a joke. It's, you know, the most famous phrase in EVE Online is internet spaceships are serious business. That's something you've seen on forums for 20 years, is internet spaceships are serious business, and it is. I'll show you the wormhole map if you don't believe me. Internet spaceships are serious business because people sink thousands of dollars into this. They swipe, right? They swipe worse than Black Desert Online. I myself have dumped like $1,000 into this game or something like that. I'm not proud of it, but I've dumped, well, yeah, if you count all the monthlies that I paid, it's like $1,000. I paid, I think, something like 7 yearlies or something at $150 a pop, and then yeah, there's some incidental multiple character trainers that I bought, 60 of those that ran me about $70, and then I bought something like 2,000 plex or 2,500 plex in my lifetime or something like that, which was another $100 or something. So it does work out to be, I think, like $1,300 after all the tax and everything. Having dumped $1,300 into EVE Online, I gotta say, it is a pay-to-win game. It is gacha. It is absolutely a gambling game. You gamble when you play the game. It's exactly like Rust. It's kind of crazy. It's high-stakes gambling. I kind of hate it. But I'm invested now. I've sank like $1,300 into this game over like 15 years. I'm invested and I can't stop playing it. I tried to do it this year. I full-blown tried to quit this game, and I left a hateful message on the forums on Christmas Day because I was like, I've got to quit EVE. I've got to quit Mortal. I've got to quit Rust. I've like on my television is a piece of paper that says, internalize the most terrible toxic addiction I've ever had is free-for-all PvP. It's hurt me, my family. It must stop. But I can't. I'm addicted to these high-stakes gambling games. Once Human Raid Zone is a really high-stakes gambling game because anybody can just blow in this fucking wall just like Rust. But it's also like in a week they just wipe all this. They wipe all this anyway, so you can't take it with you. Everything is borrowed. They're trying to get me used to wipes so that you can't retain your character because they don't want to pay server costs to retain all of your items all the time. They don't want to, and I don't like that about them. It's one of the reasons why I keep considering running my own Rust server, because I can just keep stockpiling millions of stacks of stone and stack the boxes on top of each other and be like, there's my 50,000 boxes of stone that are all connected to each other. It's got its own server power plant, like Satisfactory or whatever. And I could do that on a private server, but why? It's not a live server. There's no competition. It's fucking boring, you know? I got ganked today, or I didn't get ganked today. I got in a nice, honorable PvP battle at Tribe Rats today, and it felt good, and I didn't complain afterwards. I was like, no, I got some shots on the guy. I had the wrong bow and the wrong arrows, and I didn't do the damage I should have done, and I wasn't ready. And he killed me, you know, and I had the wrong arrows. I had the wrong arrows, and I was like, no, this is my fault somehow. I had to go figure out what it was, and it turned out that I was using longbow arrows with a much shorter weight recurve bow, and you can't do that in a realism game like this. You don't do any damage, and that's what happened to me. I shot him goddamn full charge like 16 times. That would have killed him if I had the right arrows, but I didn't have the right arrows, so I lost that fucking engagement. I could have killed his pet just the same time that he killed mine if I had the right arrows, but I didn't, so I shot his pet, and it would have taken 10 arrows to kill his pet when it normally only would have been 4, you know? So whatever. And that's fun to me. That's what he's talking about with the downfall of GTA. GTA does not offer intrinsic, like, mindless sort of fun gameplay. It does offer it, but you have to get it like kind of running from cops or shooting like in some kind of PvP engagement or something like that. You can't get fun in these modern games that easy anymore. Like, say what you want about Final Fantasy XI, it's old, it's retro, it's not supported, they've decided not to release any more expansions. It's a dead game. It's gonna die. They should make it free, but they won't probably, because they want us all to play Final Fantasy 14. But 14 isn't fun like 11, because when 11, if you die, you lose like a fifth of your XP bar. So that's really bad, because it takes a party past level 12 to get any XP at all in that game, unless you're soloing Beastmaster or Summoner or something like that, or Thief or something, so RDM. So it's like, you know, unless you're soloing on a solo class, you can't get XP outside of a party. If you die 4 times, that might mean that you have to go XP for 3 solid hours to get that XP back, which is why Final Fantasy XI is more fun than Final Fantasy 14. I know what it is. It's forced sociality past level 12. It's gambling with your XP, even if it's PvE. It's its own form of like, hardcore did not scare me like it did other people. Iron Man, I did Iron Man in hardcore when I was younger. I did actually succeed at those challenges and stuff. And I still had those characters on my accounts. You know, I have my Iron Man character. I have my fucking hardcore character still on my WoW retail account. And I did that stuff with mods, so I can't prove it anymore. It's fucking shitty. But I did. I finished hardcore a long time ago, like 10 years ago. And Iron Man, which might I remind you what Iron Man is. It's using the white set that you start the game with to go all the way to cap. And I did that in World of Warcraft. You know, I had the character, I had the proof, and I've got the witnesses and shit when I got it. Like, so it's kind of crazy, you know. It's like, that's stuff you wouldn't normally do, but that stuff doesn't scare me because I cut my teeth on fucking EVE Online, fucking Rust, you know, WoW Arena up at the gladiator level, or rival level anyways, you know, fucking like duelist level. A lot of my friends were duelists, you know. And these games don't offer fun like that. They're like, go sit and experience content, and they're going to show you some cutscene that you don't care about. You're going to be able to go to some place that you don't use. And he's right. He's right about this. That's why I don't like GTA Online like that much as like an every single day game. It's good to visit for a couple of weeks here and there, but it's not that good to do it every single day, because it's like the gameplay loops, they aren't really rewarding the way that a Rust snowball loop goes, or like an EVE Online like PvP engagement, or moving around or something. Like right now I'm like fucking around, but I'm in a station, thank God, but I didn't really know. I didn't even know if I was in a station, because I'm just trying to provide content. This guy's video did stimulate me intellectually, because it's like, I have been thinking about this a lot. What like, can you supply fun, or are you just milking us for money? You know? It's a simple question. I could probably go on YouTube with that question and be like, look, are you, and I could have the AI write a script if I wanted to. But like, you know, I could be like, are you milking us for money, or are you actually going to sell us fun? Because remember, that's what you guys do. You sell fun, you know?
Keep you logging.
But you guys aren't acting like that. You're acting like you want to keep our butts in the seat, like it's a content. It's like you want to keep our butts in the seat, but you don't care what you trundle out in front of us.
And chicken.
It seems weird. Like that was what was so weird about that Concord game that died recently, High Guard. That's what's so weird about a ton of these games is like for instance they just remastered Darkfall Online. Nerds have been asking for that forever, but they didn't remaster it. They didn't do anything. They didn't reforge it. They didn't do anything. They didn't touch the game besides make it possible to be played on a modern computer. That's it. Just like Guild Wars. That's not a remaster, you know. And Darkfall's a good game if you don't play Mortal and Eve. You know? If you don't play Mortal and Eve and you only play Rust and stuff, or like Mortal, I guess. But like, you know, but it's like, you know, if you don't play Eve, then, you know, these games aren't that deep. You know, WoW is not that deep. I've never thought it was that deep. WoW is not as deep as Final Fantasy 11 because 11 has sandbox spawns. In the true sense of the word, any spawn in the game can range between 2 and 5 levels. And if it's 5 levels higher than you, that's what we call roided, which means that it takes a 6-man party to kill that thing. And you pulled it alone. You're solo. And you've been killing things that are easy prey in DC. But you accidentally pulled a VT, which is a very tough. That's 5 levels up the thing. But the problem is the VT mob is standing right next to the easy prey mob that's 4 levels lower. And 5 levels in Final Fantasy 11 is death. That's like full-blown death. I mean, that's in any MMO. In WoW, if you're level 70 and you pull a level 75 mob, you're probably going to die, you know? Maybe you might live. But you get what's called glancing blows, which means you have to blow all your cooldowns, all your potions, probably kite a bit, and still probably die, you know? Maybe you might make it, depending on the class. Warlock can do it. Warlock can kill stuff like that. And BM Hunter. Pet classes can do it. Mage for a while there had so many pets that Mage could do it, but then Blizzard decided that they didn't really like it that much. It's really not that much of a pet class, Mage. That's Warlock, really. Definitely. So, getting towards the end here, but I don't want to stop yet. We're going out to the Ice Bell for another 45 minutes here, 50 minutes until... I'm going to play until reset each night and then stop. I'll let EVE Online reset be the end of my day. I'm going to try to really stick to my schedule because my life's been a lot better since I started doing that. Yeah, we're still making this money, man. Yeah. I'm up to like 30 gold or something like that, and that's good because I just spent goddamn 40 gold. 40 gold getting out there to get 2 pigs and a setup, or I spent like 20 gold. So it's good to put 40 gold in the bank because that's twice what I spent, and that's how you stay up in sandboxes. Make twice what you spent. You know? Make $1 out of 15 cents. More like make 5 times what you spent or you don't make any money. The anomaly's gone, which sucks because I took a long time getting here. And the late night crews, like the foreigners, the Eastern people, they're all up now and they're farming and stuff, so they're taking all the ice things, and I have to move to a new. By the time I got here with the ice that I picked up, and I dumped here, this ice anomaly was gone. So now I have to go back to the station, put the ice back in my hold, and go to the next fucking ice place. Yeah, is this gray wood? No, that's white wood. Gray wood would be over that direction now. Nymph, crabs, and vet outlaws. So dailies reset, and I could still do rats today. This would be a good time to do rats. And I could just gear up and ride over there. I could. I have the ability to do that. I could do that. I could. I think I probably will. I'll take 1 pig over there so I don't have to multi-manage. I don't like 2 pigs anymore. It's too much to handle. Yeah, we'll pull a pig out and we'll go to rats real quick because I'm way less likely to see somebody there now. So, okay, getting on the pig. Just gonna go pull a set really quick. Like get broadhead arrows. Nope, don't pull out the whole stack, please. That's a really bad idea. God damn it, why are you doing this to me? Don't do that. So pull out the stack. 5G. We're gonna buy arrows. I'm gonna dump wood for now and sell it later. Helm, chest, legs, arm. long decur. Yeah, long. Graywood asymmetrical. And we're gonna buy broadhead arrows for it. We gotta put these on. I'm gonna turn on the sound, and we're gonna go do rats for 45 minutes here.
Хочу ли себе второго?
Так ему просто второго там сразу
Чё, какой у тебя план сейчас?
Да, я сейчас Дерек на Снайчера выполнил.
А, Снайчера выполнил?
Да, я знаю, где 2 спауна есть, так что будет.
Let me show you.
Bandages. Broadhead arrows.
Deal.
Okay,
Please, come
we
again.
got everything. We got the bow. We got the flame. I don't have my arm piece for some reason. My left arm. Oops. Left arm, Fabernaut. Okay, we got everything we need. We're gonna ride up there to rats and hope we get it to ourselves. I fucking doubt it, but we don't know.
My cops.
Stop here. It might stand back. Okay, so I need to look at agency to see where the next ice belt is. Hentogyra popped. Osman, Cameo. We'll go to Hentogyra since it popped again. I shouldn't call out the system, but I don't care. I've made so much money today. I still haven't spent more than 40 million today, and I made 400 million while I was sleeping. I seriously was at 4 billion last night. I'm at 4.6. I made 600 million today without really trying, and I might make more by the end of the night. I'm doing so well. So now, yeah, how far is Hentogyra? It's 4 jumps. That's kind of a long time. Yeah, we'll just autopilot.
Autopilot engaged.
When I get there, I want you to take me to one of the structures, the refinery to Rah-Rah.
Moving to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Okay, out to rats. I could kill the undead general if he's here. Take a look, see if anybody's in the graveyard. General's up. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna get rid of the longbow arrows. I don't want to use them. And yep. Oh yeah, I didn't put a fucking thing on him.
Approaching Stargate.
God damn it! I'm gonna go back. The nice thing about Immortal is you can log anywhere, like EVE Online, you can safe log pretty much anywhere. You're in the world for 2 minutes while you do that. But I like logging anywhere. You know, that's actually so fun, like in a PvP game. You can come out and surprise somebody. I am trying to pull out a razorback bag. I always forget something, so annoying.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
I had the right settings on him. I did way better with heavier bows. Way, way better. Ah.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
It will take time before my spec is perfect. I need more raw strength. When I do, I'll do much more damage and be able to churn out more. But and also, if I don't have the right bows for sale, I might actually need to learn how to make my own bows. Food to feed him, which isn't good. I could probably feed him rat meat.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
Go B. shot my pig.
Autopilot jumping.
Maybe it's always better to send him because then he's always behind the target. Yeah, maybe I should always send him as they're running in because then they're always around the target. Look, these have been cleared again. And whoever's in there, he's like in there. I want to shoot him with a bow going down the hallway. What's that sound? Eating con. Oh no. That might be bad. There is someone in there. Uber me.
Approaching station.
So someone's here. I guess I safe log at rats.
Approaching station. Warp drive.
No, wait, no,
active.
no.
Autopilot disabled. Docking request accepted.
I'm gonna safe log here and come back in the morning. Unable to connect. Alright, fine. Oh no, 4 clients opened is what it was. I got in. Ooh, Barony update, huh? Never mind. I don't want in, I think, actually. Or I don't know. Yeah, is that right? No, I don't want to do this on... well, I could farm on that, but no, I think I probably will actually log in to WoW on GeForce Now. Because it has less problems. Oh, so okay, so I guess I didn't understand that part of my spec is actually spamming in their face with the asymmetrical, because it can crit. Nice, I have 23 out of 34. That's not bad. Let's see if we can get some more.
I don't think it is a very hot take anymore to say that Red Dead Redemption 2 is my favorite video game of all time, 7 years after it released. Sure, it didn't win the Game of the Year award for that year, and many people leveled some fair and other times not so fair criticisms of the game, but nobody can deny the impact that this game had. Not only in terms of how it elevated the standards of what a video game narrative could be, and how immersive, emotional, and alive the world of Red Dead really feels, but I think it also demonstrated how deeply this media can resonate with its audience, and in my opinion, it did so in a way only a handful of other games have achieved so far. Red Dead Redemption 2 remains the most beautiful
this
game
one
I
got
have ever
mined
seen,
out as
hands
I
down.
got here.
Everything about the art design is straight up
I can see them
surgical. The
coming
insane
in.
level of detail that graces every millimeter of this colossal map. I mean, there are thousands of videos on YouTube that go in depth over the smallest details of this game to see if the power lines around the map connect to anything or to find where its rivers originate. The romanticized realism that somehow drenches everything in the most beautiful lighting at all times has and will continue to blow me away every time I decide to revisit this game. With the departure of Rockstar co-founder and lead writer Dan Houser, I'm definitely rooting for GTA 6 to still have the most interesting, well-written story it can possibly have. But if I was a betting man, I think Red Dead 2 will likely go down as Rockstar's opus when it comes to narrative, because it's not even just the writing and performances of the main cast that knock it out of the park, but even random NPCs and strangers will have conversations with Arthur that will just completely rip your heart out.
My husband died a long time ago. Life is full of pain. But there is also love and beauty.
I guess I'm afraid.
There is nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Morgan. Take a gamble that love exists and do a loving act.
So then, with all this perfection, why is it that when booting the online, the game suddenly feels so empty? I mean, am I crazy? The same breathtaking world is still there. The snow, the sunsets, the towns, but somehow everything feels a bit more hollow. Suddenly,
It doesn't look as good as it used to, huh?
when you switch to the online, the people you meet don't talk much anymore, and of course, as our characters are mute, can't interact with them with the same depth as Arthur did.
It's because the bullies have been winning. What's this now? No. Oh no, I might die. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. I'm not gonna make it, am I? I'm not gonna make it. They're gonna kill me. Please, no. Please, go. Jump, jump, jump. Yes! I made it. Oh, God. Did we avoid eating calm? Will that fucking screw with me?
Moving to Stargate. Warp drive active.
That sucked. Why is there a Praxis there? I want to find a group for a random heroic. Weird that I'm in the wrong spec. It's weird that my shit got moved. Why did my shit get moved? Oh, damn it. I swear to God, your fucking UI keeps changing. Whatever. Now, I want to go take a piss before this queue hits.
Autopilot jumping.
Oh, I need to change spec. Oh, no, I need to fix my bars. Something about the way that the UI is, maybe.
Moving to Stargate. Warp drive active.
It is. There, apply. Oh God, I want to leave the queue. I want to leave the queue. Answer, fuck it. It's fine.
Approaching Stargate.
In WoW Retail, is there a way to reset my action bar 1 to the center of the screen? I can't find it.
Autopilot jumping.
Oh, damn it, man.
Moving to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
Why does it always look like there's loot and you're not looting? I don't know. Fucker. You look like there's loot, but there's no loot. I don't know what that is.
Autopilot jumping. Moving to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Moving to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Moving to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to station. Warp drive active. Approaching station. Docking request accepted. Waypoint reached.
Put my fucking headphones in. Please go in the hole. Ooh, two-hander. 105, but it's not as good as that 121. It's a shame. Yeah. Well, I have a turn in Twilight Highlands now. Time to go to bed. But it was fun to catch, time walking dungeon. Spark of sunlight. Ooh, I got 111 shoulders. Nice. Nice, that's good. My eye level's at 97 now. Got some low rings. Maybe I can upgrade other stuff that I have. Oh, I need to buy an offhand. I'll go to the auction house and I'll buy an offhand. I thought I bought one, but no, I guess not, huh? I didn't manage to buy the offhand, I guess. $300,000 for this Goblet of Anger, Jesus Christ. There, that's a good enough placeholder. I could just upgrade it. Crib Mastery, Crib Mastery. It's all Crib Mastery. Okay, I'll take one. Okay, I got a Nightfall Caster's Implement. Oh, there's something in the Great Vault for me, I guess. Oh yeah, I haven't touched the Great Vault. Now that I've done a weekly, maybe they'll let me. Oh, 105. Oh no, Power Crystal Heroic 118. $102, 102. That's a trinket. Oh, I see. 118 trinket, 118 trinket. Okay, so I get a trinket, and that's very good. This is just a normal entry. No, it has a new sim for the increasing random stat. I mean, that might be cooler, but it's not really a healer trinket, so... Okay, I got a new piece, which is the Empowering Crystal. Very good. So now I'm 104. My eye level went up significantly. One last thing before I go to bed, which is, well, and I got to post too. I'm not gonna get out till 3:30 or something, but that's fine. It was a good night. I had a lot of fun today. This was a good day. I got a lot done, on all the games. Made a lot of money on Mortal and all that stuff. Was I in? Yeah, I was in Station when that happened. Yeah. So now I need item upgrades. And I don't remember where it is. Item upgrades. Oh, okay. Item upgrades are... Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Over there. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So, northeast. This will give it 3 more eye level. Cool. Now I'm out. There's like even more, actually, more loot that I need to go get. What's this? These big ones are actually a real big deal, I think. Oh, there's Bronze Beer, Worldwide Research. Okay, cool. Interesting. Oh, can I deposit all reagents? Yeah, that's dope. Right on, right on. Cool. These plate gloves. Oh yeah, my fucking bar, which makes no sense. this. Where is my action bar? Is there something I can type into the WoW console to get my action bar to the center of the screen? Fuck, they're gonna make me redo my whole UI, which is so annoying. Maybe I can fix it on the other clients. I'm gonna go try that. Ah, damn it. Fucking software developers, man. In the meantime, I'm going to begin to stop the stream. You've been watching Skycatlive. I'm a full-time variety gamer all day, every day. Put me on in the background. Click on the cast face to donate. Come to the YouTube. Give me a like, sub, or follow. Or the Twitch. Give me a like, sub, or follow. Click on the cast face to donate. It's a PayPal link. It's skycat.live is my website. And thank you so much for your time, guys. I'm going to stop this recording here with a reminder that there are thousands of videos on my YouTube channel, which is reflected here. And come give me a view, you know, come check me out. You know, some of these I'm getting pretty good hits. It's actually cool. 7 hits on this one for whatever reason. So yeah, and I love you guys. Thank you so much. I will go and be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time. And so I'm going to stop this video and then upload to my channel in the next 3 hours. This entire session will be viewable on my channel. You can watch the whole thing again if you want. And I love you guys. Thank you so much. And so with that note, I'm going to pull my OBS and stop the recording. And I'm going to